Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something pretty cool today, a book called Give and Take by Adam Grant.
Yeah, this book kind of turns the tables on how we think about, well, success. Like, do we have to be those super aggressive go-getters to make it? Or, is there another way?
It's the million-dollar question, right? And what's cool is that Grant actually says it's the givers out there who often end up at the top. He talks about these things called reciprocity styles. So like givers, takers, and these matchers.
Okay, so givers are the folks who are all about helping others, no strings attached, really.
Right, and then you've got the takers, those who always got to come out on top.
Oh, yeah. Gotta look out for number one.
Exactly. And then there are the matchers. They like to keep things balanced, a little give and a little take. But here's the thing that really blew my mind. Grant found that givers are actually at both ends of the success spectrum.
More givers at the top, but also more at the bottom. How does that even work?
Right. So they're the most successful, but also more likely to be found at the bottom of the ladder. Why is that?
Well, it's all about the relationships, you see. Givers, they build these really strong, trusting bonds with people. It's like they create this network, this reputation for being generous, and that opens up a ton of opportunities and support down the line.
It makes sense, though, right?
Yeah,
People are naturally drawn to those who are willing to lend a hand. No expectations.
absolutely. But, and here's the catch, that same generosity can make them easy targets for those takers, the ones who are always looking to get ahead, even if it means stepping on someone else.
So it's not just about giving all the time, every time to everyone.
Exactly.
You got to be what Grant calls a smart giver.
Yeah, you got to be strategic. Know when to help, who to help, and how to avoid those takers who just want to use you.
Okay, so how do we apply all this to the business world?
Oh, it's hugely relevant. Grant found that companies run by givers actually do better than those led by takers.
Seriously.
It sounds crazy in a competitive business world, I know, but the research backs it up.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, there was this one study he mentioned showing that companies with a giver culture, they've got way higher employee retention and customer satisfaction scores.
Hmm.
Makes you think, huh,
It's like having a giver in charge really creates this ripple effect throughout the whole company.
exactly. Giver leaders, they build these environments where people feel good about sharing their knowledge, working together, and helping each other out.
That's got to be good for innovation and productivity.
Absolutely. And ultimately leads to better results for the whole company.
So it's not just about being nice, it's about building trust and a give and take kind of environment.
Exactly. Everyone benefits in the end.
Okay, so we see how givers can climb to the top.
Yeah.
But let's be real, we're all going to run into some takers out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How can we spot them? And more importantly, how do we deal with them?
Well, first, just keep your eyes open. Pay attention to how people act.
Like, what should we be looking for?
Well, do they only call you when they need something? Are they always taking, never giving back?
Ah, so it's about looking for those one-sided relationships.
Exactly. That's a big red flag that you might be dealing with a taker.
Okay, so let's say we've spotted a taker.
Yeah.
What then? Do we just cut them off completely?
Not necessarily. Grant talks about this idea of strategic giving. You can still help, but you got to set some boundaries.
Okay, I like that. So, like, be clear about what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do.
Right, and don't be afraid to say no if you need to. You got to protect yourself too.
Makes total sense. So maybe try to surround yourself with more givers and those matchers we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, create a culture where that taker behavior just doesn't fly.
It's all coming together now.
Hmm.
So the big takeaway here is that success isn't just about what we do on our own, it's about how we treat others.
Yeah, and giving, when you do it strategically, can be this like superpower. It can help us build relationships, reach our goals, and just live a more fulfilling life.
Love that.
Mhm.
Instead of seeing giving as a competition where someone wins and someone loses, it's really an investment that can benefit everyone.
Completely changes your perspective.
Yodely. And to wrap things up, we want to leave you with a little challenge from Adam Grant himself. Think about all the interactions you have today, at work, with friends and family, even just random people you meet. What's one way, just one specific thing you can do to be a smart giver? How can you start incorporating this idea of strategic giving into your life? It's something to think about as you go about your day.
Food for thought, right?
Definitely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.